welcome to the CX Show, series of unscripted and unplugged interviews where our customers tell their stories in their own words. My name is Svetlana and I'm going to be your host today. The topic of this episode is migration to the cloud, and we will be talking about some of the benefits of migrating to the latest and newest version of SAP Commerce Cloud. With us today is Riccardo Zisa, digital lead at ARYZTA. So sit back and enjoy the conversation. Hi Riccardo, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Hi Svetlana, thanks for inviting me.
Sure. And as a warm-up, I suggest we start with some questions about customer experience, because the show is called the CX Show. So customer experience is the red thread for all of our conversations. And I'd like to start by asking you, what does customer experience mean for you?
Customer experience, I would say, is that set of interactions and emotion the customer collects during the purchasing journey. Apart from looking for the right product or service, we look for assistance, kindness, empathy. Depending on how we score on all those areas, we get either a happy customer or an angry one.
All right, let's move to the main conversation. And there are some very impressive KPIs, and I would definitely want to talk about those. But first, let's start with the little introduction of ARYZTA. I know that your focus of business, your specialty is food and bakery in particular, and the most known product is burger buns from McDonald's. But what else? If I buy a sandwich from a train station in Germany, is it going to be bread from ARYZTA?
Yes, definitely. It could be bread from ARYZTA. Fortunately, ARYZTA doesn't sell only burger buns, but a variety of other products like baguettes, croissant, muffin, cakes, all sort of baked products, really. They could be either freshly delivered to you or delivered frozen for later use. In fact, ARYZTA is a food international business with a leadership position in frozen bakery goods. Our channels to the market are mostly three. One is the retails, which means a supermarket like Aldi, Lidl. Then we have food services in general, which means restaurants in general. And then we have quick service restaurants. As you mentioned already, McDonald's is an example, but in general, fast foods. Another example is Subway, for instance.
Now let's move on to our collaboration. So over the years, ARYZTA has been using several solutions from SAP Customer Experience. And could you share with us what are these solutions that you are currently using, and what are key business objectives for each of those solutions?
ARYZTA main CX solution is SAP Commerce Cloud, which has been in place for a significant number of years. We have a B2B webshop serving 5 different countries, and the number of those is expected to grow over the years. We have several customers placing orders daily on our shop. We want to enhance and simplify their checkout experience. And also we want to achieve a seamless integration with the retail's customer systems. We adopted a few years ago also SAP Sales Cloud, which is another key tool for us from a sales perspective. In fact, business developer can easily follow up on customer using this tool. And sales manager can have an holistic view of the situation and focus attention on important leads and opportunities. Our vision is to automate the lead to cash process to improve synergy among departments and optimize results.
So the B2B portal that is based on SAP Commerce Cloud has been serving your customers across 5 different countries. And I'm wondering whether it is the pandemic that made you realize that you need to switch to the latest and greatest version of SAP Commerce Cloud, because maybe there are some challenges that first surfaced during this time, or the reason behind was entirely different to do this migration?
Definitely the pandemic played an important role in the decision-making process. People realized the importance of the digital transformation benefits. However, it was already clear in our mind the need to migrate to a true cloud. With all the requirements coming in, we were feeling quite uncomfortable with the level of responsiveness we could provide. We wanted to make our platform more manageable and functional, to better serve the customers and rapidly cope with the business requisites. In general, we wanted to be more in control of our system. We started benchmarking the solutions available on the market, the cloud solutions available, and we quickly came to the conclusion that switching to SAP Commerce Cloud version 2 was the right choice for us.
And you've had SAP Commerce Cloud for 6 months now, right? And yeah, do you feel in control right now? So how is the overall experience?
Yeah, the overall experience is very positive. I could probably talk for a while about the differences with SAP Commerce Cloud version 2, version 1. But definitely some of the most important points I would mention are about the self-service portal, which is quite a revolutionary concept from a SAP Commerce point of view. It's a portal with different features tailored to fit the e-commerce needs. Among those, the ability to automate the deployments. And this self-service portal has a quite user-friendly UI, which is very helpful as well. There are also other features that come along with this, and among them, the security enhancements. As an example, the disaster recovery environment has been improved. And then also the ability to self-service a new environment directly from the CX cockpit. Another important feature is that you staying on the latest SAP Commerce Cloud, you are also future-proof, because going forward, staying on a true cloud is the right place where you want to be.
Okay, good. And I think that's a small tip for all those people out there who think that SAP customer experience products are not very user-friendly. Guys, you just need to get the latest version of SAP Commerce Cloud, I guess. All right, and let's move to the main highlight of our interview. And I already know the answer, but I'm nonetheless excited. Riccardo, can you tell us how much time did it take ARYZTA to move to the latest version of SAP Commerce Cloud?
It took about 6 weeks.
I think that's unbelievable. Well, great job, ARYZTA, and kudos to Chuni, our customer engagement executive, who has been supporting you along this journey, and SAP services team as well. Could you tell us how was this possible?
First of all, it's important to say that our software architecture has a low complexity. And this is important when you are planning a migration in just 6 weeks. Second, I would say we had a highly motivated team, both internally and within SAP. Barry Walsh and Oshin Dorgan played a fundamental role inside ARYZTA to achieve this goal. And then, as you mentioned, SAP services were helping us, and they took over the data and media migration, and that probably has simplified the migration process. In the end, who can really take care of the system better than who owns them? And probably third point, migrating to SAP Commerce Cloud version 2, it's easier than performing a general migration. In fact, most of the services are already pre-built and installed, ready to be used. That is a really important feature as well.
Okay, so we have three components, right? We have a relatively simple architecture. We have a highly motivated team, and then we have a cloud infrastructure that is perfect for e-commerce. Could you tell us maybe a little bit of the migration process itself, starting from the get-go?
For the migration process, we mostly follow the SAP guidelines. We just shortened a bit the time frame. In fact, we felt quite confident we could deliver the migration in 6 weeks. We started migrating the stage environment, and while doing that, we were adapting the database to fit into the new cloud. And then we were performing the necessary code adaptations. In about 2 weeks, we managed to bring up the stage environment and start sorting the integrations. Probably one of the main advantages of this project is that you can perform in parallel most of the tasks, which drastically, in the end, reduces the overall process.
Okay, well, sounds pretty simple when I guess you know what you're doing, following the guidelines, and I think it's a great tip to speed up the process and do things in parallel, which can be done. So, but I'm pretty sure there were still some challenges. So could you please share with us any, and be honest?
We definitely faced a few challenges. Probably the first one was in relation to the virtual private networks. We needed to set up 3 different connections with the 3 different ERP systems, given the nature of our software architecture, and that took quite some time. It would have been easier if we had SAP resource assigned to the project rather than having that help on a ticket basis. Another issue was in relation to integrating the SAP Commerce Cloud version 2 with SAP Platform Integration, which is well known as PI and is a legacy system we still use in ARYZTA. And because of the security protocol restriction in place in the new cloud, we needed to perform a job upgrade in order to make the PI environment compatible with the new cloud. And then we faced some issue in relation to Data Hub. Again, is a legacy system which now we are actually phasing out, and in fact that has been replaced by SCPI, which is the new SAP Cloud Platform Integration. And because we were still using Data Hub, we faced some issue to make it fit into the cloud. But with some help from SAP support, we managed to solve the problem.
Okay, that's quite a long list, but I'm glad to hear that we were able to help you, and I think these are some good points to keep in mind for those who are planning to go through the migration. So Riccardo, thanks a lot for sharing your feedback. And the last question I have for you is about the process of upgrading and migration. So normally those 2 parts are done together, but ARYZTA decided first to do the migration and then do the upgrade. Could you explain our audience why was the decision made?
We didn't want to add further complexity to the project and be as agile as possible. Because of that, even though we knew we were facing soon the end of life for the SAP Commerce version we were running on, we decided to postpone the upgrade in order to benefit from the new upgrade-friendly features available in SAP Commerce version 2. Then we went live with the migration and we performed the upgrade afterward. And in hindsight, that was probably the right choice. In fact, we managed to perform the upgrade in just 3 weeks.
Thanks for sharing this. And yeah, I think for other customers of ours, if they have some concerns whether they should switch to the latest and newest version of SAP Commerce Cloud, this interview clarifies some of the most pressing questions, and yeah, the example of ARYZTA could inspire them to do what's best for their business. And I'm afraid that's all we have time for today, and I would like to thank you, Riccardo, for participating in our interview and sharing the transformation story of ARYZTA. For additional information on what we covered today, please check out the description below and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything. We have a lot of new great topics to come. Spread the word and let us know what you think using the hashtag #TheCXShow. And that's it for today. Stay safe. Bye-bye.